TheDraftSociety.com presents a Premier League Draft Fantasy Podcast. Welcome to the Key Pass Collective, your exclusive source for the information, analysis, and advice you need to dominate your fantasy leagues. Come on in. We've been expecting you.
What's up, draft heads? Welcome into the Key Pass Collective. We're the audio companion to the Draft Society website. If you've never been, check out the site. We've got everything you could possibly need to dominate this EPL draft fantasy football game. From our extensive draft kit, player rankings, and team previews over the summer, to our dependable weekly in-season content, including waiver wire articles, Sleepers 11, projected lineups, and extensive sortable stats. We've got the most comprehensive coverage of the draft game, hands down. And check out the Inner Circle, our subscriber-only section on the site. There, you'll find absolute gems like the set piece taker tracker, weekly rest of season rankings, projected player scores, and so much more. Plus, sign up for the season and you'll get the Fantasy Toolkit, our crown jewel, which links to your Fantrax ID and gives you bespoke information for your league, like waiver pickups, trade targets, a matchup projection between you and your opponent, and that's just the start. You'll have to check it out. And if you join the Inner Circle, don't forget to join the exclusive Discord where all the best minds in the EPL draft fantasy game come together to offer advice. It all starts at thedraftsociety.com. Check it out today. Without further ado, let's get to the show. Let's get to the show. Let's get back to the show. It's been too long. Welcome in, everybody, to the KPC. My name's Joe. I'm here to be your host, but I've got some friends. Don't you worry. If you're sick of me, even after this long break, I've got some people with me. Some faces that you haven't seen in quite a long time. So we're pretty excited today. Welcome back. Welcome back from the international break. For those who are watching Champions League, hopefully you can do that in one ear and listen to us in the other. Or we'll always be there for you later too, on your run, or when you're taking the dog for a walk, or when your wife is yelling at you. We're here for you. We got you. So welcome in, everybody. We're here to talk the draft fantasy game here again today. And on the show for this particular day, we got kind of a packed one, but some of them will be pretty quick. First of all, we're going to have Totti kick it off with a quiz. Been a while since we've had a quiz, so we'll be curious. Listeners, obviously, we'll give you a second to think before we answer. See if you can't go ahead and come up with some answers. And if you are joining us live, which you definitely should do, we normally pod on Wednesday afternoons, Eastern Standard Time, somewhere in there, 5-ish usually. Today it's a little bit earlier, but feel free to pop your answers in the chat if you have some guesses. Then we'll get to international break updates and some midweek matches. We've got some Champions League stuff going on. We'll talk about that. Of course, we have to talk about the new confirmed double game weeks and blank game weeks that have officially been announced. That's going to throw a wrench into the end of the season and have some huge playoff implications. So we really need to talk about that. Of course, since we've been gone, Roberto De Zerbi is now in as coach at Spurs. What could possibly go wrong? We'll talk about the implications of that. And then some listener questions if we have some time before our Gameweek32 streamers. So we got a packed one. Let me bring in the aforementioned friends, Totti, Sanjy, and none other than Robbie P. Gentlemen, how the hell are ya?
Good, mate. Good. How's it going?
I cannot complain. Life is quite good at the moment.
Nice. New house all there.
Yeah, we got a new house. We're moved in. It's been a dream. We got invited over the neighbor's cookout. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice. Hopefully they're nice.
The only reason I bring that up is because it's like we're the only white family on the block.
So the food should be good.
The food was incredible. And it just shows, like, I mean,
eat the pizza like you usually do after the pod.
The neighbors have been absolutely amazing, and it's just super welcoming, super friendly. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What about you guys? What have you been up to?
It's election night on Sunday in Hungary, so the whole country is buzzing. We are planning a small shindig, which we are playfully referring to as election distraction party, which is going to be a whole day event. I am doing taco night. So we'll have carne asada, we'll have al pastor, and I'll do a ceviche.
Oh, yeah.
We are expecting around 40-ish people to the flat. So it's going to be busy. A lot of families have latched onto the idea of not biting their nails off in front of the TV when literally there's no useful information, but all the talking heads are trying to get you to watch their shows on no useful information. So that's what I'm planning. I've already done half of the shopping. I found a little Mexican lady who I can buy taco shells from. So
yes. This is amazing. I love that idea. That's fantastic.
What's the little Mexican lady's name?
I have no idea. She has a website that's called Tacos and Tostadas, and there's an address that I need to go to, and I just buy the tacos.
All right. Yeah.
Efficient.
Easy enough. Yeah.
You know, I just realized is this like the first time we've had like everyone in a different country for this?
That's what I was gonna say. Probably not. But the widest net of time zones for sure.
Yeah. So I guess
you should mention where you are.
Yeah, it's currently 1:30 a.m. where I am. So I'm in India at the moment, visiting my parents in Kerala. I mean, I heard there was a pod on tonight. I was like, fuck it, it's vacation. Why not? Like,
you're a night owl anyway, mate.
Exactly. I don't sleep, so
you're gonna be awake anyway. So why not just
yeah?
Why not? Why not?
I was gonna say, have you even adjusted to the time zone yet?
Oh, I'm definitely not. No.
Is it even worth adjusting for the week that you're there?
So this morning was actually the first time I actually woke up at like an adult time, which was like 8 a.m. Let's call it. I've been going to bed at like 3 a.m., getting up at noon, and like so my parents were like overjoyed. They're like, "Oh, you're up early." I was like, "Yeah, to record a pod because like Ryan is in like the same amount of time difference, like 9.5. So he was recording his like 10:30 p.m. and my 8 a.m. or whatever. So it was literally wake up, record a pod, and so it's gonna be a long one for me today.
So you're doing a morning pod and an evening pod too.
Oh, best way to start your day and end your day, right? So
yep.
Amazing. Robbie?
Yeah, mate, good. Just been off for the last couple of weeks with the kids, so yeah, just a little trip away. We went to the Isle of Sheppey, which is like, I don't know how to say, it's like one of these places where like it's quite like run down. Like it's like these seaside towns, like you're like, all right, well, this is a good idea. But the beach was really nice. So
nice, okay, that's what
that
counts.
Was last week, but trying but the kids were like ill the whole time, and like it was like, oh great. But anyway, it's all good fun. But yeah, they're like coming around this week, so I think
it won't resonate with Joe, but I could picture the one Father Ted episode when they go to the camper. You know that?
Yeah. It's probably not far off that. God, yeah. Quite a deprived area, I think. But anyway, it was all good. It was all good fun. We had a good time. There's some nice places in there, so we just drove over there. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going particularly, but not to
You'd not recommend going.
It's just like like one of those cheap sort of like Monday to Friday sort of.
Yeah.
You just need to get out of this house. So yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all good fun. And Sanjy's actually been missing it. Like, do you know how warm it is in England today, mate?
Mate, it is like 34 degrees Celsius. I'm not missing anything.
It's not the same as in the UK. It's
You're
like
missing the 4 days of English spring.
Yeah,
exactly. yeah. I'm
like
missing the beer gardens and the patios. I will give you that.
Exactly.
Like the first crack of the heat for the year, it's special.
Yeah.
Mate,
People
it
are.
was like 27 degrees today. It was nuts.
Yeah, I heard so.
Like,
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't last week when we were away, but
Whereas where you are right now, oh yeah, I remember you told me that they had already allowed alcohol in Kerala, because last time I was there was no alcohol, so I had to buy the alcohol sort of off some back alley, something like that. They wrapped it in a plastic bag, so then they told me not to drink it on
Oh
the
my
streets.
God.
So it was real James Bond shit.
Holy hell.
It's definitely changed. I do need to purchase a couple of bottles of rum, because one of my mates who opened a rum bar is like, he wants some rums from India. And I asked my dad today, and he was like, yeah, we can get you rum that will like burn the tip of your fingers. I was just like, what sort of rum are you people making down here, man?
moonshine, mate. Yeah.
Jesus.
Rum that you can also use to get the paint off your your car.
And you can also fuel your car with it as well. So it's multi-use. It's multi-use.
They're efficient people, man. What can I say?
All right, guys. Without further ado, shall we turn it over to Totti?
Yes. So this is
How dare you try to speak over the song?
Yeah. I've gotten out of tune on this podcasting thing. So this is gonna be in 2 parts, and I was gonna do like what we usually do, like stats and fan track stuff, and then I thought that's boring, so I did. I did a sort of general football-y kind of general knowledge type of pub quiz type. And it has 2 parts. The first part is like questions and answers, general knowledge, that we can go through and then come back at the end, so anyone listening can try to guess, and you guys can try to think on the answers as well. The second part is who am I type questions to people who I'll give clues, and then you get points for guessing earlier. One is difficult, the other is easy.
Okay.
Can we start?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, so the first question is, I'll take over the slides now. First question is, what is Hector Castro, one of the goal scorers of the 1930 World Cup final, famous for? And we have 4 possible answers, and this is probably a guessing game. So you won't know Hector Castro, or many of the listeners won't know him. So A, he later became transport minister as an MP for the Uruguayan National Party.
Okay.
B, in a childhood sawing accident, he lost one of his hands. C, he was the only player in his national team to play for a South American club team at the time. And D, he scored the first ever goal in a World Cup.
I just feel like knowing Totti would be the most ridiculous answer ever, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? Do we all just...
You can just jot it down, and then we'll come back to the answers at the end of the pod.
Okay. Oh, well, not just the end of the question. Okay.
Not the end of the question. No.
Okay, yeah.
Are my answers supposed to spell out a secret word in the end?
Right.
They will not. They will definitely not spell out the secret word.
Damn.
I would have needed more than 45 minutes to do that.
Yeah, like the Ryan's birthday quiz was epic. That's your piece de resistance. Yeah, that's your masterpiece.
Okay, right. I think I've locked on one. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to question 2. Who scored the winning goal in the last game the Italian national team won at the World Cup? So we're counting every game that they played in a World Cup, even the ones that went to extra time. And the winning goal counts as the goal that gets you the win. So in a 3-0 win, it's the first goal. In a 3-1 win, it's the second goal. A. Mario Balotelli, B. Graziano Pelle, C. Fabio Grosso, and D. Andrea Pirlo. So this is quite topical, as we know Italy have again fumbled. So
for the third time.
For the third time, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So if everyone has their answers, let's go to question 3.
All right.
What peculiar clause was included in Stefan Schwarz's Sunderland contract? A. He was not allowed to eat chocolate. B. He was not allowed to travel to space. C. He was not allowed to sign for Newcastle. And D. After each game he played, he was allowed to keep his shirt.
This is awesome. I think I have one. I guess.
I will say my pub quiz knowledge has just like expanded exponentially.
I mean, I think this is pretty obscure, but yeah.
Okay, let's go to.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's go to question 4. Put the dates in order, starting from the earliest. A. Spurs' last trophy before the Europa League recently. B. The last time France did not qualify for the World Cup. C. San Marino's last win. And D. Senegal's first World Cup appearance.
So by earliest, we mean the one that's happened the longest ago?
Closest to the supposed birthday of supposed Jesus Christ.
Supposed Jesus Christ.
I think he existed, right? It just...
if he existed, then he had the birthday as well.
All right.
Spurs' last trophy before the Europa League. Last time France did not qualify for the World Cup. San Marino's last win, and Senegal's first World Cup appearance.
All right. I think I have mine.
1 sec. Sorry. Right. I think I got it.
All right.
Okay. Number 7. Guess the current Premier League player from their middle name. So we have five players. A is Ogenetega. B is Ni-Taki. C is Kofi. D is Sasson. And E is Revuelta.
With the question mark.
No, that's just the end of the question.
Oh, okay. What if
we need to write down 5 names?
5 Yes.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I also want to point out, you said question 7, and I have 5 answers down so far, so I've clearly missed something.
This is question 5.
Okay.
Yeah. This is question 5.
Okay.
So what? So we got 5 different names.
5 different names of current Premier League players.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I fucking know. I have literally no clue. Like maybe 1, but
yeah, we'll just throw some out there.
Paris Saint-Germain 2-0.
oh god.
Oh great. Yep.
Oh wait, I'm on the pod with 3 Liverpool fans. Nice.
We still don't have a shot on target, which is great.
It was a matter of time.
Yeah.
They've done absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Can we go to the next question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who are the two players? They're second cousins, yet they play for national teams from two different continents. And they both played in the Premier League in 08-09.
I think maybe.
So second cousins, yet they played for national teams from two different continents, and they both played in the Premier League in 08-09. Okay. Next question is... Can we go? Next question?
Yeah.
We're looking for two people. One is a current Premier League player. The other is a US president. The only difference in their full names is one double letter. One of them has a double letter and the other has a single letter. Other than that, both players are called the same. But one is a player, one is a president.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. One more. Or two more. Who won the last Division 1 title? The last Division 1 title, meaning the one before the Premier League was formed.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh. Yeah. You got that.
Okay. Let's go to the last general knowledge question. Prior to their historic Premier League rivalry, which teams did Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson manage? Two teams. We're looking for two teams.
All right. Oh, Totti. Of course, the quizmaster dropped off.
Oh, brilliant.
Are we allowed to use suggestions from the chat?
I don't see why not.
Okay, amazing.
Oh, great. Hadn't been like it. Oh.
There he is. Is he back?
I'm back.
All right. Nice.
Okay. These were the general knowledge questions. These are the ones that we'll get back to for the answers at the end of the pod. And the next ones are the who am I questions. These are two. We're looking for two people. And I'll give 3 clues for each. And you can all guess after each clue. And the earlier you guess, the more points you get.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first clue is: my father founded Standard Liège and had tickets for the Titanic. Missed the boat.
Huh.
I think I just... The chat can pop in with an answer, then that's also welcome. Clue number 2, I appeared in the 36 Olympics and competed in the 400 and 1500 freestyle and was part of the Olympic water polo team in 1952 and later served as legal counsel for a bus company in Sao Paulo.
Bus company. Nope.
Nope.
It's not going to do it for me.
It's the bus company that really gets you there.
Right.
And the last one is: I was the first non-European FIFA president.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Okay. So we can get back to the answer at the end as well.
Okay. Sure.
And the last question of the quiz, second, who am I? I scored 100+ goals in the Premier League, but never had a hat trick. Okay. The second clue is I captained Team GB in the Rio Olympics. And clue number 3 is I played minutes in all the first 22 seasons of the Premier League.
Holy shit. That's a cool stat. Huh.
Was he still playing?
He's not playing. He's not active.
Yeah, no. Well, he wouldn't been if he started like the first. Was Ryan Giggs still playing in 2016? No, can't be.
We can get back to this.
Yeah.
And Joe, back to you.
Okay, we're coming back to that later. We're going to answer that all later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can we get the answers now?
Yes, you can get the answers now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the questions here. So Hector Castro, you can just check your own answers.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I went with A.
What about you guys?
I went with B.
I was guessing D.
It is B.
D's too obvious. B.
It is
Okay.
B.
I told you, Totti has the most messed up answers for quizzes. Like,
Oh, dear.
He lost one of his hands. And
That's
he
crazy.
He actually played and scored in the World Cup final with only one hand.
I
Wow.
love that.
Yeah.
Can we stop the count now?
Yeah.
Okay, so who scored in the last game that Italy won at the
I
World
went
Cup?
C.
Yeah, I went C as well. Grosso.
I did as well.
So Grosso scored in the 06 final, is what you're thinking, but actually Italy have won a game since then, and the goal scorer was Mario Balotelli.
No way.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. I miss him.
It was against England, by the way.
yeah. Oh, damn, yeah, because I was thinking that was the European Championships. I don't know why. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that was their last win
Yeah.
ever.
Wow.
Semi-final or something, right, Robbie? I think.
No, group stage.
Final max. Or,
Group stage.
Yeah. Sorry.
Group stage.
In the European Champs, it was
It was the final.
quarter final, I think. But then in the
Right.
the World Cups, that we went out in the group stages, didn't we? Because it was Uruguay, Italy. Yeah. Anyway, I won't relive that. Those Hodgson days.
Yeah. Okay, so Stefan Schwartz's contract. He was not allowed to travel to space, unfortunately.
Oh,
That's
I had chocolate.
incredible.
Genuinely.
Genuinely.
What the
It was in his contract.
That's
No idea.
amazing.
What had he written some blog about it or something?
I have no idea why.
That's
That was
hilarious.
just
Oh, that's great.
okay. So the dates in order.
I think I had A, D, B, C.
I had what was it? BDAC.
I was BADC.
Joe was the closest. So
Oh,
France did not qualify for the '94 World Cup, and that was the first date. Spurs last won a trophy in 2002.
Wow. Wow.
No, Joe was actually right. The Senegal appeared for the first World Cup appearance in 2008.
Okay.
And San Marino's last win came in 2024.
Let's go.
So I just had the D and the A the wrong way around. Huh.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
I had everything the wrong way around for this one.
Okay, let's have the names.
Oh, who the hell knows?
I wrote nothing.
Has anyone got a guess on any of these?
No. The Kofi I recognise, but I'm like, I can't think of who it is.
Are any of them Lyle Foster?
They are not Lyle Foster.
No.
Then he's not interested.
Yeah.
So number A is Tammy Ogenetaga Abraham. Danny Nitaki Welbeck.
I don't know why I knew that. And now that you say it, damn it.
It's Archie Pong, Chelsea legend, who is Coffee.
Oh, okay.
Zazon is Zubimendi, and Revuelta is Kepa Arrizabalaga. Now you know.
Zazon Zubimendi. What a cool name. Yes. Good for him.
Yep.
All right. I like it.
Who are the cousins? The cousins who've played.
That has to be the Boatengs, doesn't it? Like Jerome, is it, and Kevin Prince?
It is not, because those are brothers.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, they're second cousins. Oh, they could be. I mean, yeah, they won't even have the same name.
I mean, we could be second cousins. So the second cousins who played both in the Premier League and represent two different countries. One represents Croatia, the other one represents Australia.
Okay, wow.
And the Croatian is Luka Modric, and the Australian is Mark Viduka. Yep.
Wow.
Second cousins.
Never have got that.
Yeah, I wrote down what question mark.
Okay, the president, Joe, tell me you got this.
Madison.
Yes, it's James Madison.
Oh, I wrote Kennedy, but then Kennedy's not playing in the Prem anymore.
Oh, that's a good one though, because the single N.
Yeah.
Nice job. I like that. Good job.
That's actually a very good one.
Yeah.
Who won the last Division 1 title?
That's Leeds, I think.
Yes.
Somebody said that in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We Promotions. Nice job.
Yeah.
Yep. Leeds and Howard Wilkinson was their coach. And who did Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger manage?
I know Sir Alex.
I'm pretty sure it's Monaco for Wenger. But...
It is not. He did manage Monaco, but there was one in between.
Is it Marseille?
Nope. It's Nagoya Grampus.
Is it
Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That. Damn it. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever known that. That's crazy.
There was a out of left field hire from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Someone from the Japanese league.
Wow.
Okay, so the FIFA president was João Avalanche, if you've ever heard of him.
No.
Nope.
Brazilian?
Brazilian, yes. And Robbie got the player right. It was
Giggsy?
Ryan Giggs, yeah.
Nice.
I had no idea what to do, so I copied you, Robbie. Thank you.
Good one. Good one,
The
Rob.
Rio Olympics was his last hurrah.
I thought if I'd said the right answer, you'd have said. So I was just like thinking about.
You were.
Right.
Still.
Cool. Oh, nice.
Still
Because I was like,
over.
because I mean that is 10 years ago, isn't it? So and he was. Yeah, so oh, cool.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Nice one, Totti. Some
because he's Welsh, obviously. But it's
quite obscure facts. I love that.
You can now use those in your own fancy pop quizzes.
I shall.
Nice. Cheers, Totti.
All right, let's talk international break. So we've had some Champions League games. We've had some, obviously, World Cup qualifiers and friendlies. So players have been playing quite a bit. Are you guys aware of any injuries, any things of concern or note, anything that would be worth mentioning that's fantasy relevant coming up for this weekend's games?
I think out of all the fake injuries, Hincapié is one that might be real at Arsenal. So if you are still in a league which has locked lineups or locked waiver wire, and you're coming up to your waiver run tomorrow, then Calafiori would probably a good guess to pick up.
Yeah, I like that.
I guess one of the big ones in the FA Cup was Manton Stack, wasn't it? So
Yeah, and supposedly was in a brace. And yeah.
There was a picture of his like hugely swollen ankle, wasn't there? I mean, my waiver picks are too related to that, but anyway.
No, that's great.
I got on last, so yeah. Anyone else?
Do we care about Jadon Sancho?
I do not.
He was showing a bit of form towards like right before the international break. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Joe.
No, go ahead. I was going to move on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying there's obviously a few guys who might be coming back as well, like close to coming back, like Bruno G and Somerville.
I picked up Kudus.
Yeah, Kudus, Isak.
Isak is playing, is on now for Liverpool.
Was he? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, he came on? Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah. Which is a shame, because I was hoping that I could fly under the radar and get him in tomorrow, but now that he actually made an appearance and is on the pitch, he will not go unnoticed.
Yeah, fair.
Not that, I mean, I'm not sure that even if he plays, he's going to be good in this iteration of Liverpool.
No.
Yeah, I think if you've got space, it's worth a punt. But I mean, there's obviously lots of blanks and doubles and stuff coming up. So, it's how long you can afford to hold him during that.
Yeah, I would rather have some of the guys for the double. I'd rather kind of load up on that and see if I can't sneak a win.
Yeah.
The Sunderland boys are back. Roofs Ballard should be back as well.
Mukiele as well.
And Mukiele, yeah.
Chris Wood might be back.
Oh.
He scored for the under-21s, I think, right before the break.
Yep. Mateta should be back as well.
Yep.
I saw that Chris Wood scored for the under-21s, and it was like a joke in and of itself. Like, under-21s, Chris Wood. I love that. I love it so much. So SofaScore has Trossard and Odegaard as injury subs. I think
Odegaard was fatigue mostly.
Okay.
He hasn't played for like 3 months, has he?
Right. But as far as you know, that wasn't like actual injuries, anything to be concerned about.
I doubt Odegaard starts this weekend, and I don't think they can afford not to start Trossard if he's available.
Yeah. Although Martinelli did come on and score goals, you never know.
Get an assist,
Yeah.
I mean, they could start Martinelli and Madueke on the flanks. Maybe even Dauman could get a start.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but
yeah.
They don't have a double, so there's no reason for them to really. I mean, aside from Europe, obviously, but.
Oh, Levi Colwill might be back as well for Chelsea.
It's going to be still a long time though, isn't it?
I mean, he's back in full training.
Is he?
Yeah. And they have a double game week, so. You never know.
It just means that
Didn't he have an ACL? Or?
Yeah, but I mean, back in full training is always a good sign. I mean, we'll see. We're still one game week away from that double game week, so
Yeah, I mean, that'll be a late decision if he starts.
Yeah.
Like, just,
yeah.
Do you even want Chelsea centre backs?
I mean, just need somebody to fix the backline in terms of the organization. So, as a Chelsea fan perspective, yeah, then there might be some value back in the defense, but at the moment, no, you don't want to.
It's quite a tough double though. It's like home to United, away at Brighton. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Nice, but...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I personally am not going to roster any Chelsea center backs, but that could just be me.
I have Wesley Fofana, but I'm not confident.
Fair. All right. Anything else? Seems like a pretty good list we've compiled.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, moving right along. We've got the aforementioned double game week, guys. So this is from Ben Krellin. If you don't follow him, you should. All the information about game weeks, double game weeks, single game weeks, blank game weeks, and all other types of game weeks can be found on his Twitter profile. Okay, so he says this. Double game week 33 is confirmed. We've got 2 fixtures for Bournemouth, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, and City. Those same 6 teams then blank for blank game week 34. Then we have a potential double game week 36. He says almost certainly 2 fixtures for City, very likely 2 fixtures for Palace, and a slim chance of 2 fixtures for Bournemouth. And then double game week 37, which is also potential. Slim chance of 2 fixtures for Palace if it doesn't happen in the previous game week. And same thing for City if it doesn't happen in the previous game week. More likely for those to fall on that double game week 36. So for those who are watching or want to turn their phone sideways, here is what it looks like essentially on the whatever you want to call it, like a spreadsheet or a chart of the game weeks. So we have double game week 33. City faces Arsenal and Burnley. Bournemouth faces Newcastle and Leeds. Chelsea face United and Brighton. Brighton face wait, what's happening there? Is that never mind. Brighton face Tottenham and Chelsea. Leeds face Wolves and Bournemouth, and then Burnley face Forest and City. All of those teams then blank in 34. And in 36, you're looking at City facing Brentford and Palace, more than likely. And then, let's see. I thought it said, Palace facing Everton and City. So, what shall we do with that information? Let's start at game week 33. Is there anything that is piquing your interest, gentlemen, about that? Are there any players that immediately jump to mind as being likely available that you would like to run and try to pick up?
Leeds defenders.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, I'm pretty good for Brighton defenders as well. I don't expect them to get hammered, especially not against Spurs, but neither against Chelsea. So I think the Burnley fixture in 32 is very nice, and then the double in 33. So I'm picking up a few Brighton lads if I can.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I think Ayari is back as well. He got an assist in Sweden's last gasp goal to get them to the World Cup, so he should be available.
Yeah, and obviously looking ahead, the point I did about the waivers is like one of the guys who might be available is Justin, especially if Stack's out, then he's possibly has set pieces and bits like that. So,
and he's been solid regardless. I mean, double game week for him. That's like he's been basically guaranteed 7-ish, for like the last, I don't know, month and a half or something. He's been playing really well.
Yeah.
Also, some Brighton midfielders. that have been sort of shining recently, and I don't know that you could ever say that anybody from Brighton is necessarily nailed, but you've got guys like Gomez, who's been playing really well, Vifer back from injury, who has been getting more time, and then Hinchelwood has been kind of a surprise recently and seems to have secured a spot, at least for the moment, in the 11. Who knows what will happen during a double game week, but at the very least, if they start that first match, I'm definitely interested in trotting those guys out and then just getting bonus minutes for the second match.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone else? City guys are going to mostly be taken. Plus, they have the Arsenal match, so you don't love that.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone you can look at and go. But I mean, I think obviously worth noting that both City and Palace have an extra game on the whole field, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's, and with City having 2 doubles, that's it's obviously quite extreme in terms of you being able to win your game week, if you will. But yeah, the Palace ones, if you can just sort of take them in now ahead of. I mean, obviously, it's not great for 36 with your double being against City, but I think it's still minutes wise and all that. And the Palace defenders do ghost well, so obviously have lots of work to do against City. So I don't think it's necessarily an awful fixture, if you will.
And the worst part is there really aren't City players to be had, even if you wanted to try to get in. You'd have to trade for them. From Holland all the way down to Nico O'Reilly, they're all 80% or more rostered.
Yeah.
It's 15 players, and they're all 80% or more rostered. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So you're probably not getting your hands on City players unless your league is not super active and they're just floating out there.
Yeah, I think one of the easiest things to look at is just go get one of these teams' goalkeepers. Probably Kinty Bravka, or I think in the chat, I said old Scruffy said Darlow. If you don't have one of these, to be honest, there isn't really any that good keepers anymore now. Roofs,
right? True.
But yeah, just go for a doubler if they're available.
Yeah,
2's better than 1.
I think probably the highest upside player that you can get for those doubles is maybe Savio, who I know I've been burned by, and a lot of others as well. But yeah, he's back, and he could play in both of these fixtures. So yeah,
I like it. Nice. All right. Let's see. Bournemouth players, they have Newcastle and Leeds. It's not overly friendly in terms of the fixtures. Plus, most of them are going to be rostered. I guess there's some midfielders floating out there that you could potentially pick up.
Yeah, like a Christie or a Cook or a Taylor Adams, like a Steady Eddie.
Yeah.
Adams too. Yeah, you can get a 10 to 12 from them.
But probably not expecting much more, honestly, right?
No.
Yeah. Chelsea players, I think, are going to mostly be rostered. We talked about potential center backs, but anybody else there, Sanjy?
Maybe Garnacho.
Okay. Yeah, he is still out there in some leagues floating around.
Yeah.
He's had he's put together now a few decent game weeks in a row, so I would imagine he's taken.
Yeah. Probably in the com leagues for sure. But
yeah.
Outside of that.
And then finally, any Burnley players we're interested in. They have the City match in there, so it's certainly not enticing. But this is your chance to say anything you want to about Lyle Foster,
or James Ward-Prowse.
Forever hold your peace.
Yeah. Zian Fleming is probably the pick of the lot, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he actually does ghost some.
Ghost scores
he's
goals.
the one who scores, yeah.
Yeah. He looks good, eye test wise as well. So
yeah,
if they aren't to get any sort of joy against a Forest, because anything you get out of that City game is just a bonus at that point.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else on the DGW BGWs?
No, the only concern about the Crystal Palace assets, I mean, they've pretty much given up in the league. If they go deep into their European, Conference League or whatever, is there any concern, I guess, with the immense amounts of rotation that I mean, we talked about, the defenders ghost, but if there's too much rotation, can they end up conceding a lot more goals than we are expecting them to?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, yep. I think our silence is actually us agreeing with you.
It was just such a well-made point.
We were stunned. We were stunned into silence, but in a good way.
Yes.
All right, nice. Well, let's move it right along, gents. So, Zerbi, he's in at Spurs. We know him well from his time at Brighton. We've seen him also coach other places and say things about players we don't talk about. But generally, we have a pretty good understanding of how he coaches, his tactics, what his teams do, how they react defensively, and how they set up offensively. So the question, of course, becomes, what does he do at Spurs with the existing pool of players that he has there? Who gains fantasy value? Who potentially loses out?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been probably talked about a lot, but I don't think Spurs have any midfielders that can pass very well, so I'm not sure how well this is all going to go down. But yeah. But I mean, I guess the first one that comes to mind is probably just Xavi Simons, and Pedro Porro. To be honest, like, I'm not sure I'm that interested in any of the others really,
because he does play with the 10.
Yeah. And he can pass, so you know better than the others, anyway.
Yeah, Porro's a big one for me. I'd be really interested in him, especially if I could get him cheap. Yeah, I like the Simmons shout, of course, because he plays with the 10. A lot of the play goes through the 10. That's a very important position for this setup under RDZ.
I mean, I was talking about him with my league mates, and I have two Spurs fans, and they both said that when I said that we haven't seen Xavi Simons do anything resembling the industrious pressing nature that RDZ probably wants from a 10. They pointed out that none of the managers at Spurs since Ange actually wanted to press anyway, and Xavi Simons is coming from a Red Bull team who are famous for their pressing structures. So we might see the Xavi Simons that we actually expected to see before he signed. So that's a good shout. I also, I think Kudus, if you can get him, he'll be very, very useful. But honestly, I think this appointment has a much bigger chance of just crashing and burning than actually succeeding. I honestly don't think how. I've seen a ton of statistics on Zerbi's first 5 games at every club that he's been to, and obviously the quotes from Luis Dunk have done the rounds about him not understanding what he was talking about for the first few weeks of his tenure. So I think it all comes down to his tactical flexibility. So I think a lot of narrative last season around Slot, which seems like ages ago now, was around him being very tactically flexible and adjusting to the strengths of the team and adjusting to what he sees from the other team and stuff like that. And if the Zerbi can do that and actually coach basic defensive principles into the Spurs defense, then they will succeed. Other than that, if he just, I think we tend with these new appointments, we tend to just go straight to assuming that whatever a manager played at any last spot that he managed, he will just copy and paste into his new spot.
Sure.
And I think at the end of the day, that was what got Amorim sacked, and that's why he's not a good manager, and that's why the good managers are good managers, because we can't assume that he's going to be so hell-bent on playing the same style with this Spurs team as he did at Marseille or at Brighton or whatever. So
sure, yeah.
And I do think that he's a very good coach. So he if he is sort of pragmatic enough and flexible enough, then we will have unlikely fantasy value in these players. If he actually, as I said, teaches basic defending, then their defense could be valuable. Like Romero or Van de Ven could be valuable if they put to, like in August. If you look at these 7 fixtures that are coming up, you would have probably predicted at least 4 clean sheets or 5 clean sheets.
Yep.
Whatever. So if he just screws their heads on right, then who knows?
I've picked up Romero in both leagues, and he's pretty solid just generally from a goals point standpoint. He's pretty dependable. 3-0 loss to Forest, and he scored 7.5.
He's also reliable for a red card.
Well, yes, that's
the game you
true.
play, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. All right, cool. Anything else on Zerbi at Spurs?
No.
I'm nervous about it, certainly, but it's going to be entertaining at the very least.
Yeah, I'd still probably, just for the sort of narrative and historic aspect of it, I'd probably want Spurs to go down.
It would be funny, wouldn't it?
It would be
extremely
funny, and also it would be like a historic thing that happened this season that doesn't usually happen every season.
Right. It's like a reverse Leicester.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a reverse Leicester. So I think I would still prefer that outcome to happen. The only, usually if team appoints a good manager, that a team that I don't support appoints a good manager, that I'm kind of jealous and kind of want him not to do well. But with the Zerbi, I like the Zerbi as well, but I just know even if they do well, he's going to be out of the job within a year because he insults somebody or throws a tantrum because they didn't sign the players that he wanted in January or in June, and then he manages one game and then fucks off after Gameweek 1 or something like that. So
you honestly, you think if they stay up, they just need a complete rehaul in the midfield, right?
Yeah.
So and if he does not get that and he can't implement what he wants to do, how long is it going to last, right?
Yeah, exactly. And everyone will want to leave as well. So it's I think Van de Ven and Romero both have a really good chance to go somewhere properly decent teams. Obviously they sent Kudus and Xavi Simons. They will probably not want to leave after 1 year, but they'll be looking at options.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think if it's a positive, end to the season with the Zerbi and they're all buying in, you never know. But, it could go the other way, right?
Yeah, they can't all go, but certainly if they go down, they're definitely going to get a bunch of players poached for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what a stadium to have in the championship, though. Jesus.
I literally was just gonna imagine you are in the championship and there are NFL games being played in your stadium.
Yeah.
What? That's insane. It doesn't. compute, does not calculate. It's crazy.
I assume
right.
tickets will be much cheaper now, right? If they end up in the championship.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a place to drink. That's all.
I mean,
Yeah,
Lincoln
there's a
there's
a severe shortage of those in London, Sanjy.
I was going to say, I was just looking at who's in League One at the moment, and yeah, like Lincoln cries. Oh my god. Yes. Stevenage, Stockport County in the playoffs, maybe. Anyway.
All right, okay. We're off track. Here we go. Listener questions, guys. Let's do this. Listener questions. Before we do that, we might as well hit them with the draft wrap.
Yeah, I love fantasy. I'll tell you what, it means a lot to me. So come and join us at the Draft Society. Coming in your ear holes regularly. We go stats on stats on stats, and the banter's flowing too. So if you wanna win, there's a space for me and you. Yeah.
Let's go. Ben Money. All right. Listener questions. We've got a few of them here today. I like this first one just to kick it off because we can let out some of our anger. Who are some new additions for you guys to your personal do not draft list for next season, and why? So many Arsenal players for me.
Yes.
Just so many Arsenal players.
Are there any Arsenal players that you're looking to get?
I would still draft Saka for sure.
Not where he's gonna go though.
Yeah. I mean, not like number 4 overall. No.
Yeah, he's still probably gonna go like top 6 unless there's a huge influx of players.
Right.
I wouldn't touch him in the top 10 probably.
I guess one fun one to discuss would possibly be Foden. Because he's always going to be tempting because it's like, oh, we know what he can do, but yeah, it feels like Guardiola's moved away. But it's just like, oh, what, we don't know the reasons why, right? Is he just having an off season because of whatever, or is it like a tactical thing? Like there's all these things going on, but like so he will still get drafted quite high because of some potential. But would you want to be the person that takes the risk? Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Definitely not.
I don't think so.
Exactly, yeah. But that's my
yeah. That's a good point. I think he was look at him in later rounds this season, but now he's doing a draft.
Well, this season his ADP was 39.8,
and he has underperformed that massively.
Right, so that's early 4th round. So yeah, there was already risk baked into his draft position.
I thought he was going higher than that.
Yeah, because he was utter shit last season.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Well, he had like a spell in the middle of the season where he turned up, didn't he? But for like 7 games or something. But, yeah.
That's what they do, City guys. That's what they do.
Yeah,
it's so true. Yeah.
Right. The big thing is currently. Do you guys see anyone other than Bruno who is a definite top 5 player?
Holland still.
You would still?
Yeah.
I mean, I still. I mean, Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he fights for the Golden Boot every season so far.
He's still, and he's still gonna single-handedly win you game weeks. I mean, look at what happened last weekend, right? Like he was quiet for how much of that match, and then he walks away with. Did he have a hat trick?
Yeah.
I just hate him so much.
Oh, same.
No. I mean, as a fantasy player, like he is the opposite of what we are looking for in a fantasy player. Like, obviously, we want goals, we want points, whatever. But he has no floor whatsoever.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will say he's been ghosting a little bit better this year than he previously has. Like he used to walk away regularly with 1s and 2s and sometimes 0s, and he doesn't do that very often now. Like he'll at least get you, 4, 7, something like that.
Yeah, but okay. Let's same point though. After Bruno and Haaland, I don't see anyone who I want to touch in the top 5.
Old Scruffy arguing Semenyo.
I'll still go Cole Palmer over Semenyo, actually. I feel like Semenyo's become return dependent since he moved to City.
Yeah, Semenyo's going to be so overdrafted. Like Marmouche last season.
Oh God,
he didn't go up to top 5 levels, and not probably went. I think he went round 2, or his ADP was around 20-ish, but he didn't start the game until January.
Yeah.
So I think with like City boom guys, you just have to cool the fuck off.
I do want to throw one more name for Mulrat's question. Mitoma maybe as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Decent chance.
He's going to get drafted so low that I don't think it really matters. Like, a risk on him, to be honest. But.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but just for me personally, it's just like I can't stand the rotation, and I mean that first half of a season that he had, I feel like people are still living off that high a little bit.
No ghosts as well.
Yeah, and the injuries in there is like, I'm good, bro.
Totti, surely Jokeres has to be on yours.
I mean, it says new additions for you guys.
Fair enough.
I'm still baffled by people not dropping him. I mean, I understand it, but man, those numbers mid-season were abysmal.
Yeah.
Eze
surely is on everyone else's.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive him.
Yeah. I mean, eye test alone, the guy has like such.
I have one. I have the one.
Oh, I think I know who you're gonna say.
Who is it?
Ollie Watkins.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I
never again.
I don't know. I like Ollie, man. For me, it's I get it though. I completely get it. He's had like 3-4 goose eggs in his last 8 games or something.
Never again.
Yeah, I get it.
And not just goose eggs. So he had 17.75 last game week. Minus 0.75 the week before that. 3.5, 0.5, 9, 0, 2.5, 22.5, 0.
So he's better than what we said he is. Nice.
I wouldn't say that.
I was just looking at Anthony Gordon as well.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah.
I do think he's going to move, though.
Yeah, could.
I would think so, yeah.
Surely within the Prem, though.
Yeah, but still, I think a new situation, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
I could see the Liverpool one happening, to be honest.
Could change.
Please, God.
Could
anyone,
change his perspective.
Anyone but Gakpo on the left, please. All right. Nice. Let's move on. All right. Abiokes, however you want to say it. Are you guys testing any new changes to the Fantrax scoring system, or are you happy with its current state? Robbie, you were kind of pontificating on this earlier today in the group chat.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting question. Isn't it? Obviously, a couple of years back, we moved the not having the -2 for the first goal against. So, and then obviously this season we've seen, quite a tactical shift generally in the Premier League, and especially with the teams that have come up have sort of magnified that a little bit as well, because they fit in with that, with more defensive. So all the defenders are scoring, or like quite a lot more of the defenders are scoring well and scoring a lot better than we would have thought. I still think it's like too early to sort of react to that personally. I mean, we could see this tactical shift like stay for a while, maybe a season or two. I don't know, but I still think it's a little bit early to sort of like react to that and change anything to do with that.
And also, defenders have just, with this new scoring and the tactical shift, have come up to where midfielders have always been. So I think the streamer level has definitely gone up. So there's viable defenders on the waiver wire to pick up, and that's what we wanted from the change, and I think it's working.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I still think there's loads of Joe. I still think there's like loads of random play, like like Mark Gahey's suddenly like just ridiculous. Like I don't know, how much of this will continue, and like a lot of it is just through ghost points as well. Like you got James Hill just smashing through.
Yeah,
Messi, like these aren't just because of the that change in the scoring. It's just like they are busy guys at the moment. So it's and I guess it sort of comes back to, I remember when I first started playing Fantrax, like Virgil just ghosting out of his mind. Like these other guys, and like it did happen before. I guess it's just there's like a bit of a cluster of like the guys who are doing that this season, right?
Right.
Yeah, and also it's partly due to the set pieces, which have been exaggerated in this season's tactical sort of meta, but also like Mukiele has like almost the most crosses, and he's somehow crossing as well as heading them.
Yeah, he's scoring and like the amount of
and also like Santi Bueno is leading the ACNC table by like 15 on Wolves. So it's like it's a strange. It's like managers have actually sort of found out that they can use defenders for more than just defending.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm with you, Robbie. I think too early to make any changes there. And I think people are enjoying, like you said, Totti, people are enjoying the fact that they can go out and pick up players who will actually potentially do well rather than, I remember seasons where, you're scouring the waiver wire and it's like you were hoping for a guy who'd get you 5.
Exactly, and you would much rather punt on a random defensive midfielder than a centre back from any team, because he could get you two key passes, and then he's up from his usual 5 to 9, and that's viable.
You were going with for the 6-point floor, weren't you?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very true. But no, you're right in the sense that actually now, like because the defenders scoring, not just the top guys, the ones at the bottom are that little bit, better, is actually like game to game, you can stream them more reliably, right? Which is the whole point, and rewards people being active within that space, right?
Exactly, and it's at the end of the day, with our set tactics, defender on a Fantrax team is as valuable as a midfielder, and should be as valuable points wise as well, because you can start 5 in either position, and you can start 3 in either position, so you have a lot of flexibility on deciding whether you want a midfielder or a defender. And in olden days, before the new scoring, it was like 80% midfielders and 20% defenders that you wanted to populate your team with, and now it's closer to 50-50, and that's a good thing, I think.
Long live the 5 at the back.
Exactly.
Careful, Dutch Cowboy's gonna hear you from wherever he is. And
what was he suggesting, to cap the amount of defenders
to like
to 4 or something?
4 defenders. Yeah,
he hates 5 at the back. He calls it woke.
Ryan and myself are trying to lobby for 6 at the back.
Oh, yeah.
Give me more defenders. I'd love it.
Trust me, Arne Slot could have used 6 at the back tonight. I'm sure he would appreciate that change.
I don't think he could have put any more on to change.
No.
Whatever.
All right. Up next, FMC, rate the 3 community leagues by difficulty on a scale from 1 to 10. And also any home leagues you might be in. Well, I'm not in a home league, so that's a 0.
I think the Discord Super League is 10 teams, so it's like for children.
Wait. Don't let beef red hit like you hear me say that.
No. It just means your team is stronger. And and honestly, your draft matters so much more in that league because there's everybody's rosters are stronger.
Yeah, but also the waivers are better.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean,
the early part of your draft.
Yeah.
More, but the late, like after round 5 in a 10-team league, it's just dart throws.
Yeah. Just to poke in, sorry. Old Scruffy's just said for listeners, what are the 3 community leagues?
Fair.
So we got the Discord Super League, which is a 10-team league and has basically like a sort of promotion relegation structure. I can't remember how many leagues they have, but yeah. And then the IGL is like 12 divisions now.
Yeah.
And that again, that's promotion relegation in a sort of a tiered structure. So there's like 5 tiers. And then the community league, we've just got 6 divisions now of 12 teams. So that's the ones we've got.
Yeah, and I think pretty soon we'll be putting out the call for anybody who wants to join next year. So if you're interested in any of those, the competition, I will say, just doesn't matter which of the leagues you're talking about. The competition is stellar. It's very difficult. They're all quite difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I think just because I'm not. I don't think any of us in the Discord Super League are we, but in terms of IGO and the community. So when you have that promotion relegation structure, obviously that top league is going to be really really tough, right? Yeah. And I guess sort of when you get a bit lower down, when you sort of come in that first tier, it can be a bit hit or miss in terms of the difficulty that you have. Within the community league, because we have 6 divisions, and it is like every single league might not be quite as tough as that top league in IGL, but they're so competitive, all of them. Like I've been really like blown away this year with just like how close some of the leagues are. Like and it's not necessarily just like, oh, how close it is at the top, but just like there's not really anyone who's like just languishing, doing nothing. You know, it's sort of down to like 10th, 11th position sort of thing. So so that would be my only comment on that.
Yeah, so what you're saying is like league-wide, probably the community league, but like division-wise, you will have very tough IGL divisions at the top end and probably lower level, or more like luck based on who you get. Get in with.
I mean, you even look at it. Yeah, like I mean, last season Genie got relegated from the top IGL, you know, and me and Gavin went up, sort of thing, and so it's all like it's just crazy. The draft was just like, it was the first draft I think I did, and it was just like, oh bloody hell.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I always say this, and you guys know that it was actually last season was my first year in year 8, I think, that I won my home league. So for me, it's definitely my home league, mostly because they're all good fantasy players, but also we know each other. You know that gives you some kind of edge in trade negotiations, in planning for the draft. You know who each, like I have a, in my home league draft cheat sheet, I have players, like in one of the tabs that I have managers and players who in previous seasons they fell out with, so to say, or they enjoyed, and I keep tabs on that so that I know that one manager will overvalue a player that they had good seasons with in the last couple, and undervalue players who they got burned with. Like you would say, if someone knew that you were on the clock to possibly pick Ollie Watkins, then in a home league they would probably know for sure that you're not going to do that, Joe.
So Totti's not playing fan tracks; he's playing mind games, basically. In his
Right,
Exactly,
absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totti's he's got like
meme.
he's got dossiers on every one of his opponents. Unbelievable.
I mean, that's what you need to do to win.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, fair.
Nice.
All right. I think the level of difficulty is up there, no matter which of these you choose, to the point where I'm like, man, I really want to get in on a home league. Like,
You should organize a home league from your students. Like, the best way to get them involved is just to get them to watch the World Cup this summer.
True.
And then just teach them fan tracks.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I
And
should. I'll run a class league.
Exactly, and you could unlock fan tracks on the school computers.
Nice.
It's just a teaching tool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Debate and negotiation.
We're teaching community.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, up next, this is Draft Alchemy. Have any of the pod peeps gotten any tasty trades over the line in the IB? Otherwise, we have a couple that we can rate that other Inner Circle members submitted. Have you guys done any trades?
Nope.
I have not.
Nope.
Me either.
It's like,
All right.
fan tracks, what?
3 weeks
Yeah.
off. We don't often get that, do we?
I know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually just took it off and then and then moved, of course. So that was All right. Well, we got a couple.
You got the big trade then.
Ostakaka. Yeah, I did trade. I traded an old house with critters in the walls for a newer house with hopefully not. Ostakaka says Holland for Soboslai. What do you think of that one?
I mean, straight away, Holland's got an extra game,
Exactly. Yeah.
but so
And 2 double game weeks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't really tell
Champions
which
League.
one he got. He gave away Soboslai?
I have no idea.
It looks like he did. He got Holland for.
If you got Haaland for Sobo, that's a good trade for you.
Yeah, nice
Very
job.
good trade, yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's the case, and we're not like
Yeah, I mean, I've just been doing my
raining
ranks.
on
and
your
I
parade.
Yeah, I've just been finishing my ranks, and I still need a bit of work adjusting some of the numbers. But the power of having 2 double game weeks in terms of like the war is just like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, So Haaland. Old Scruffy saying Osaka originally got Sobo for 40 fab, if I recall correctly. All right.
Oh wow!
So Haaland for 40 fab, nice.
Got him for 40 fab, turned him into Holland. That's damn.
That's
okay.
like Jim of the Office level trading.
Oh, that might be in my league, in the community league. It was like, I think someone was going for maybe a draft espresso was going for Xavi Siemens and like giving away Sobo a bit cheaper than he should have. But I think. But anyway, from my recollection. But,
interesting.
anyway.
All right. And then Jay Poole, Semenyo for Rice plus Richards.
I prefer Rice Richards. I think.
I do too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's a
close.
fair trade
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
It's fair.
This is fair. And it is close. I mean, Semenyo, let's see, 0 versus West Ham. That's a problem in 73 minutes. But then you had 16.5, 16.75, 10.5, 17.5, 6,
Yeah.
13. I mean,
And
he's
the
been
two doubles as well.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. This is fair. This is a very fair trade.
Yeah, and also if it's like 10 team, I want the Semenyo side.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And Palace have a double as well. So, I mean, there is that, I guess. One of the games is against City, so it's not ideal. But
I mean, Richards is a start every week guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes. Nice. All right. Well, that wraps that up. One more. Draft Espresso, also in chat with us. Often you'll see players getting big scores when it's down to game state, chasing games, or bending down the hatches. Can the same case be made for a season state? What players could have big returns either chasing Europe or fighting the drop?
Yeah, for sure, I'd say.
I'll link the article in Discord. OG Draft Society founder Luke wrote a really good article on whether being on the beach actually changes the perspectives of a team. And spoiler alert, it does not. So it statistically, in the long run, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Good players will be good players, bad players will be bad players.
Yeah, I guess what you can see is more rotation, though, right? When teams are like, how do you say, but I mean, it's only a bit later on, isn't it? Last 3 game weeks, maybe. But I guess the other thing you see in the team like Wolves, for example, who they're just effectively down, right? And I know they had a new manager, but they don't, they stopped trying to be so defensive and actually they're letting in more goals, but they're being more attacking. So there can be maybe shifts tactically in that sense where they don't have to how do you say, just like try and be shutting up shop all the time, trying to nick points, all that sort of thing. But yeah, I remember the article well, Totti, but just trying to think of the narratives that you could sort of like spin maybe in that sense. So not necessarily having much difference in terms of the sort of the outcomes of matches, like they'll probably still lose, but actually you may see like a shift of where the points are coming from the players.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Speaking of that, at least being on the beach, this is something that DraftLad posted in the Inner Circle Discord today as well, which is an on the beach likelihood, game week by game week, which I found kind of interesting. So if you do buy into the idea that teams who are on the beach, that their fantasy scores change, or you think that they might this season. This is, you can switch over to either YouTube if you're on just a solely audio format, or if you're on Spotify, switch your phone sideways so you can see this. But on the beach percentage, Wolves could be there by 35 pretty easily, maybe potentially even 34.
Yeah, but there would be like, what was the place where you were, Robbie? Isle of Shippy?
Isle of Sheppey, yeah. It's
Isle of Sheppey
an hour and a half
Beach.
drive away, Kent, mate. It's just it's not that bad.
So it's not like called the Zerbi Beach. It was Isle of Sheppey Beach.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Is there any up in the Midlands like? No. Yeah. Where's it? Yeah. If anyone's from Birmingham sort of way, where's the nearest beach? I guess.
Is it Whitby?
I guess it's Bristol. Yeah. Or
Bristol. No. Wait, what? I'll have to check.
I mean, North Wales is nice. I've been there and it's very nice. It has very nice beaches. So maybe it's like East Anglia, like Harwich, or some place like that. That would be very cool.
Skegness, maybe.
That's the Wolves. That's the Wolves beach.
Yeah.
That's the beach the Wolves are on. Okay.
Yeah.
This is, you guys are really committing to this joke here.
Yeah. You've got to see it through, mate.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if I take a ton from this, honestly. Like,
No.
It's whatever. But it's there. If people want to see it, pause it, check it out. All right. Well, that does it for listener questions, guys. Let's talk Gameweek 32 streamers and get people out of here and back to their lives. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever that may be. Totti, I believe you were in the document first. So
yes,
yeah, so feel free to share your pearls of wisdom.
yeah. I'm not gonna speak too much on these Cardiolu, Burnley, and then the double game week. He's been a pretty safe bet usually for Brighton. Savio is a punt, although City are not in Europe anymore, but they'll still be looking to get over the line in the FA Cup. So, and also it's City, so you don't know what rotation comes out.
Right.
And he's been back healthy. I've heard Pep say that he wants him to prove his worth or something like that. So yeah, he's a punt, and the puntist of punts is Adama, who actually played really well in the FA Cup.
He did,
and he's going back to Wolves. So yeah.
Yeah, he had an assist, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right, love that. Sanjy, I believe you are up next.
Yeah, so Dunk is suspended, I think, for the next 2 games because of the 10 yellow card accumulation.
Yep, that's right. For the next 2. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, be wary of the double game week. It's probably a risky play to hold Buskoglu till then, but I think definitely against Burnley, he's a great option if he gets the start. I think he's like just over 8 points per start so far for the season. And yeah, it's Burnley. Next is Chichua. I shouldn't have put versus Wolves. This is West Ham. But last 4 games, he's been doing quite well. 9.5, 14, 11.5, and 10. I think in only one of those games he had an assist. One of them had a clean sheet as well, but he's going well. If you want a defender 4, defender 5 option, West Ham is still giving up chances. I think it's a nice stream. Burnley against Brighton, we talked about Fleming as well as an option. I mean, you grab him now, you have him for the double game week as well as your mid 4, mid 5. And then, I mean, are they still Dr. Tottenham? Maybe, surely. I figure you can always punt an attacking asset against Spurs, right? So that's why I went with Broby.
Yeah.
Broby.
Yeah.
All right, nice. I like that. All right, from Broby to Robbie.
Nice
Hey.
one. Yeah, no, I obviously got into the dock last, so I think Mavropanos, I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? He goes well, he's playing Wolves, so yeah, go for it.
I added him.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he might actually be taken in a lot of leagues already, but especially in home leagues, you could be picking him up. The other 2, again, I didn't really see anything that I really like for this week. I wouldn't necessarily be picking these guys up to play them this week, but with the double coming up, particularly Justin looking at the set pieces to take over, and before in Stack's absence, Griff was putting up some decent numbers. So if Stack is out for that much longer, then could be a good shout.
Are we anticipating some Longstaff?
No, I think I can't remember who was saying it before, but the way when Longstaff was playing, that was before they shifted to, was it the back 5? So they only needed the midfield. So yeah, I mean, I guess you never know, do you? But yeah, I think that's why Griff was playing before. So.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently Barry Island is where you'd go if you're from Birmingham. But, you know, I have to say, like, it's actually not too much further if you go further west towards the Gower, which is like some of the most stunning beaches you'll ever actually see in Wales. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, Wii Promotions, nice. Barry Island. Well, nice. Thank you for your expertise, my man. We appreciate that. All right, listeners, you guys are incredible. From the crew here tonight, thank you all for joining. You guys are amazing. Thanks for Robbie jumping in last minute when we needed a warm body. You certainly came through.
It's Easter break, man. I don't have to get up in the morning. It's all good.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Well, I'll be
It's good.
forced to get up, but it's a bit different.
It was good to see you again, man. Well, everybody else, best of luck this game week. Hopefully we prepped you up a little bit, got you ready, hopefully dominate and get you on a roll to end this season strong. And if you're me, hopefully avoid relegation in the IGL. But yeah, everyone else, good luck. Thanks for joining. Community, we love you. We'll talk to you all soon. See you.